first process is plan schedule management. Let's start with the overview. First thing first, plan schedule management plan is not project management plan. This is something we discussed a second ago. It is just the project schedule, the details, what are the activities to be carried out to deliver the project with details of the activity. Just like in project scope management, the first process in project schedule management is plan schedule management. In plan schedule management, we plan how do we carry out the rest of the process in schedule management. We plan to define activities, we plan to sequence activities, we plan to estimate activity duration, we plan to develop schedule, and we plan to control schedule, and we plan pretty much everything that is related to schedule management. Why should we plan? In the organization, there could be a number of procedures, documents, and templates. There will be hundreds or even thousands in big organizations. Of course, you cannot use all of them. You have to select what works well for the organization and for your project. The selection of the tool and technique a lot depends on the project life cycle. What works for change-driven project may not work well for plan-driven project. What suits well to the organization? Well, every organization has a certain way of managing things. It's driven by the organization culture, their lessons learned, etc. For example, in some organization, the 3-point estimation could be the preferred method, whereas others may prefer expert judgment. Similarly, when it comes to define activities, some organization may prefer to have brainstorming session with the team, whereas in some other organizations, the project manager and experts alone sit together without the entire team and develop it. This could be because the experts are more knowledgeable than the team. The team members could be relatively new. So by inviting the team, you may not get the input that you are expecting, but rather they will be a distraction. This is totally depends on their experience in the past, the consistent result produced by specific tools or technique, the environment they operate, etc. What works well in an organization may not work others. Every organization have their own way of managing process. So as a project manager, you should be careful when you choose the tool. Often, the project schedule planned used as a communication tool to communicate with the stakeholders. One of the key responsibilities of any project manager is to ensure that there is a plan for project and the plan is executed as defined to deliver the project as per the committed date. Practically, most often every project manager uses software to plan the scheduling. It's a good idea to understand what is behind the software because, as said earlier, there will be questions in the sample examination to draw the network diagram for schedule. As I said previously, don't worry, we will have a detailed discussion on this topic. All right, now let's look at the definition. Plan schedule management is the process of establishing the policies, procedures, and documentation for planning, developing, managing, executing, and controlling the project schedule. Of course, this definition is from PMBOK. The whole idea of plan schedule management process is to ensure the timely completion of the project. In plan schedule management, you should plan how you would manage and control schedule baseline and schedule variance. What do I mean by that? Practically, no project can run exactly as per the plan. Most often, there will be approach changes in the project. And if you face changes in your project, don't worry, you're not alone. So, those approach changes must be delivered. Due to approach changes, the project schedule will go for a change. When schedule changes, naturally the schedule baseline changes. These changes bring in variance to the schedule. Variance are nothing but the difference between original plan versus actual plan. Your schedule management plan should address how this variance should be handled. You have to plan to manage this schedule variance, such as how to measure this variance, what data will be used to measure the variance, how this variance will impact overall project performance, how should you communicate this to your stakeholders, and all these changes should be planned as per the schedule management plan. All right, that wraps up the overview. Let's move to the ITTOs.